Hello, welcome back to the tutorial. So today we are going to look at how to manage sessions and terms. This is very vital. So I want us to go straight and handle that. How do I mean? How to manage academic sessions, how to set academic sessions. Very important. That is very crucial. Once an academic session starts, the admin, before doing any other thing on the platform, should come in and set the session. If the session is not already in the database, the admin will enter that session and add it to the school. Okay. Now we have under academic management, we have manage sessions and manage terms. Okay. So that is what we are going to look at today. Once an academic session starts, it is the duty of the admin to come on the platform and set the session for that particular academic year. Okay. Now, if we click on manage sessions, it will take us to that particular page where we are going to be able to enter a session or to activate a session. So here, by default, we already added something to demonstrate. We just added this 2022/2023 and we set it as active. But now, let's say we want to add a session. Okay, assuming it's a new session, and we want to add a session to the platform. What do? We come here, as you can see, we have manage sessions. Under that, we have new session. Follow my cursor, we have new session. So that is what we are going to enter. What is the new session? Let's say the new session is 2024-2025. The session we want to enter. So we say 2024/2025. That is exactly how you are going to enter the session. What is the session? 2024/2025. If you enter it, you now come here and click on add. Okay, you have to enter it in this box and then you click on add. So let me click on add. I just added that. So if you come under here, existing sessions, we have the one that I added previously, which is 2022/2023. I followed this same procedure to add it. Okay. So now the new one we just added is 2024/2025. Okay. That's the one we added. And assuming it's a new session and we want that session to be the active session. Okay. Currently now, if you look at status, the status says inactive, while this one is 2022/2023 is active. Okay. So let's assume that this was the old session that was just concluded. Now we as a school, we have entered a new session. So what do? We come here and we add a new session. After adding that, we activate that particular session. So how do we do that? We come under actions, and as you can see, we have set active. Follow my cursor, set active. So I'm going to click on that to make 2024/2025 the active session. So that is what I'm going to do now. So I'm going to click on set active. So I've clicked on it. It says session set as active. So that particular session has been set as active. Okay. 2024/2025 status active. So this is the active session now. Okay. Now that is, we are not done. We just concluded with session management. Okay, so we have set a session and we have made that particular session active. Now let's move over to manage terms, because in a particular session there must be a current term. So follow my cursor. We have manage classes, we have manage sessions, we have manage terms. So I'm on manage terms now. So I want to set a term for this particular academic session. So I'm going to click on it. This is very, very crucial. Every school admin must do that. Okay? Every school admin must do that. So assuming the term, this is just for demonstration purpose. So assuming the term that we are in currently is second term or first term or third term, it could be anything. Assuming the current term that we just entered is first term, what do? We come here and we say add new term, and we enter. I entered this one previously. I entered third term previously, not I just offline, I entered it for this demonstration, but I want to show you how to enter it. Okay, now let's add a new term. I click inside this box. You can see the page says manage terms. Then under manage terms, we have add new term. Follow my cursor, add new term. So under that, we have this box. So it's in this box that we are going to enter the term. Okay, you don't do this all the time. You just enter. Most schools, generally all schools have 3 terms: first term, second term, third term. Off camera, I entered third term. Okay, I didn't show you how I did that. Just for the demonstration, I had to enter that off camera. Okay, but now I'm going to now show you how to enter terms. Okay, and you just need to enter them once. Now we have add new term. So I'm going to come here and I'm going to say, let me just enter second term. Second term. And I'm going to click on add term. Okay. This is what this is what the admin should do, because we just have only 3 terms. So it's not like session that you have to add a new session each year. This one is terms. You just need to just add all the terms at once. Now we have, I just added a term, second term. As you can see, it has appeared here. Now let me add another term. We have third term and second term. Let me add the remaining term, which is first term. First term. So I'll click on add term. So the terms are complete now. We have first term, we have second term, we have third term. So I entered the 3 terms because they are the basic terms we have. We don't have any other additional term. We have first term, second term, third term in the educational system. Okay, so now that we have these terms already added, what the admin will always do at the beginning of every term is to come here and set a particular term active. Okay, so now let's say the current term is first term. What do we now do? We come here, as you can see, third term is active. Maybe third term was the previous term or something. So let's assume that it was the previous term or something. So it is still active because no one has actually switched its status. So what are we going to do now? What we are going to do now is to activate the current term. So which term are we in? We will ask ourselves. Our current term is first term. Let's just assume that the current term is first term. So what do? We come here under actions and we say this is set active. Under actions, you can see this one says active term, meaning if you trace it back, it is third term that is active. But that is not what we want, because this third term was active last time, and we are currently in a new term now. So what do? We now have to set that particular term active. Let's say these two terms are inactive. Okay, so which one are we going to set as active? Now, let's say the current term is first term. So what do? We come here and we click on set active. That is what I'm going to do. Set active. So there's a prompt that says set this term as active. I will say okay. So it says term, active term updated successfully. So we have switched from third term to first term. So we have made first term active. Okay, so we have made first term active. Every record that we are going to input in this particular system is going to fall under the first term. Sorry. Every record we are going to input in this particular session is going to fall under first term, and it's going to correspond to the active session. So let's go to manage sessions, and it's going to correspond to the active session, which is 2022-2025. So the active term and active session for this particular academic year is first term 2024-2025. You can see 2024-2025 is active here. 2024-2025 is active here. It is active. And if we come to manage terms, we will have first term as active. So what do we have? We have first term 2020. We have first term 2024-2025. That is the active term and session for this particular academic year. Okay, I hope that is very, very clear. That is very, very clear. So whatever we are doing in this system now is going to record everything under that particular term and under that particular corresponding session. Okay, so if we come back and we say, let's say we click on view students, for instance, you can see it has fetched that particular active session, which is 2024-2025. I hope it is clear now. And here now you have active term as first term. Okay, so here now we have active term as first term. We have active session as 2024-2025. I hope it's clear. Okay, so for further demonstration, let me go back and reset this. Let me switch it back to third term, or back to switch it to second term. As you can see, we still have our students here, Duru John. Under this particular session, we haven't really assigned him a class yet. We haven't enrolled him. But under this particular session, we still have him, and we are still going to do something now. Okay. So let me go back for this particular demonstration and switch active term to another term, and you will understand what I'm saying. So let me go back to manage terms, and you can see active term is still first term. You can see active first term, but I'm going to switch it now. Let me just assume that we are in second term. Let me set it as this second term. Now I want to set it as active. So let me click on set active. I have set it as active. So currently now our academic year is second term 2024-2025. So if I go back and click on view students, as you can see, active session is still 2024-2025, and active term has now changed from first term to second term. Okay, I hope that is very, very clear. So That is how you set sessions and terms. Okay, that is how you set sessions and terms. So if we come back to manage sessions, you can see that the active session here is 2024-2025. So let me show you something. Let me change it and make 2022-2023 active. Okay, let me set it as active. Set active. So session set as active. So if we come back here, you can see that 2022-2023 is active. And if we come back and we say, let's say we view students. If I just clicked on view students, you can see active session has changed. It has changed from 2024-2025 back to 2022-2023. Okay, so that is how these things work. So you must make sure that you set the actual session and the actual term so that it will give you exactly what you want. Okay, before you enter any valuable data, make sure the active session is correct and the active term is correct. Okay, this is extremely crucial, very important. It should be the first thing you should even do once you land on the admin page. Okay, you go straight and set the current session and you set the current term. Most times you're going to enter the current session because you haven't really seen that session before. It's usually a new year. So you just come here and you say new session, you enter that new year. You enter that new academic year, which usually starts by September. So you come here and you enter the academic year. If it's 2027-2028, you enter it. If it's 2029-2030, you enter it, okay? So that is what we have already seen, okay? So let me just switch back to 2024-2025 and still show you that it has also reflected. So I'll go back to view students. It has reflected. We have active session 2024-2025, okay? So everything, the active term is still second term. Let me go back and switch it and show you that it will also reflect. So manage terms. So I've come here. Let me switch it to first term. So set active. Yes. So if we come here, it is first term that is active. So if we come here and we say view students, you can see it has reflected. First term has appeared as the active term, and active session is still 2024-2025. Okay, so that is the end of this particular tutorial. I don't want it to be too long.